Have you ever thought of the possibility of an economic system where there are no hierarchies, salaries, and we all collaborate to satisfy each other's needs and wants? As radical as this might sound, policymakers, stockholders, and managers are becoming more aware of this shift in the traditional manufacturing model. Several authors even estimate that over the next 20 years we will see a democratization of manufacturing that will allow consumers to build their own products in a decentralized and distributed fashion to an extent never seen before. Then, what will the future hold for us? Throughout human history, sectors such as the economy, technology, and business have suffered tremendous changes, from the invention of the printing press to the Industrial Revolution, and more recently the existence of the World Wide Web. Humanity has had to adapt to these changes in order to maintain themselves up to date with what is going on in the world. Right now, we're about to experience one of those changes, called swarm economies, which refer to the cooperative but loosely structured manufacturing model that will lead to new ventures with new patterns and behaviors of production and new ways of minimizing costs. This change is happening in two stages. On one hand, the shift on demand is happening due to the fact that businesses or consumers' necessities to acquire material assets are decreasing substantially. As well, there is a strong demand by the consumers for sharing their assets, therefore changing the individualist idea of business towards shared economies. On the other hand, change in the supply side of the economy is being shown by the transformation of the way goods are made, designed, and distributed. Manufacturing will become much more democratized, as consumers will be able to create their own goods and products, with new specialized jobs such as product developers, hackers, and designers. How did all of this start? According to Jeremy Rifkin's new economic system was triggered by a shift toward a zero marginal cost society. Marginal costs are the cost of producing a unit after your fixed costs are covered. Therefore, zero marginal costs refer to reducing all costs that are not fixed to the point where they become non-existent.
The technology revolution is so powerful in its productivity that it might reduce those marginal costs to near zero, making goods and services essentially free, priceless, and beyond the market exchange economy.
What will happen next? The first aspect of our current economic system affected by all this is the manufacturing business, which will change completely now that we have 3D printers, or 3D manufacturing, referring to the printing system in which a machine creates objects by layering a process known additive manufacturing. According to authors, there are several reasons why this implicates such a big change in the way we trade, invest, and do business. Manufacturing plays a big role in our daily lives, not only for selling the products by companies, but also on the individual level. We can safely assume that 3D printers appeal to practically everyone, consumers, entrepreneurs, and even politicians. The reason behind this is that the main idea behind 3D printing is that you can create whatever you want. They have been known to print from simple rubber ducks to clothes presented at Paris Fashion Week, and even functional kidneys. You design it, you print it, you have it. It is evident that the way business works currently in the world will go through big changes. It will become more dynamic, efficient, competitive, and innovative. However, how can we transition from thoughts and intentions to actions? Jeremy Rifkin proposes the Internet of Things as a solution to this challenge. The Internet of Things refers to the expansion of the Internet to the point where we all become connected, not only as people, but to the web too. It is born as the traditional Internet converges with the new forms of energy, means of communication, and logistics. With the help of sensors, we can make the virtual and real world interact. The way people would embrace and adapt to this revolution would be, of course, through the Internet. Ideally, everyone would have access to it. With this third industrial revolution triggered by the Internet of Things, 3D printers, crowd analytics, and collaborative commons, there will be a shift from large centralized manufacturing facilities to decentralized collaborative business models. Does this seem possible in 20 years? We believe that it does in some way. However, there are still problems with safety and labor regulations, ambiguity over duties, taxes, quality, and reliability. Eventually, this would be solved, but it is hard to believe that this will happen in 20 years. However, it can't be deniable that during the past 3 to 5 years, humans have been able to develop collaborative platforms, knowledge sharing, media streaming, e-commerce, hotel booking, and more. However, we do believe that formal institutions could be a problem. If there are still institutions that are making minimal or even no compromises towards moving to swarm economies, it seems impossible that this will happen in 20 years. However, we do see it in the future.